Good morning, everybody. My name is sethaimkwei. I welcome you to this live presentation on Alliance in Motion Global. In this presentation, I'm going to speak about important lessons from Rich Dad, Poor Dad. Rich Dad, Poor Dad is a book that was written by Mr. Robert Kiyosaki. He is a respected author and business owner. The book Rich Dad Poor Dad has sold more than 32 million copies worldwide, and it is considered as one of the most successful books in history. It was New York Times bestseller for over 6 years. That is also one of the books that has enjoyed the longest number of years as New York Times bestseller. Today I want to share some important lessons I have learned from the book with you. The first lesson I learned is that build your assets. An asset is defined as anything you own that provide future economic benefits. We are giving examples of assets like buildings, machinery, equipment. Anything that has the ability to generate future income for you is considered an asset. It is important to know that you become rich by making your money to work for you. If you work for money, you will never become rich. But if you can make your money work for you, you have a great chance of becoming rich and financially free. It is important, however, to note that assets that you must invest in are assets that produce cash flow, assets that earn you income. I gave you an example of a building as being an asset. But you must realize that if you are not using the building to generate income, then technically, even though people might consider it as an asset, in real terms, it is not an asset because it doesn't generate you income. So concentrate in building assets that will generate income for you. If it is a building you want, then maybe you can go into real estate where you build and either sell or rent out to people so that you will receive regular income as rent. So the first lesson I learned from the book is build your assets and build income producing assets. The second lesson is that you must invest in becoming financially literate. Becoming financially literate means that you understand the money game and you know how to play the money game. You understand how to generate lasting income for yourself, and you understand how to use that money so that it becomes sustainable. How you can use money to produce more money. How you can make money work for you so you use it to get more money. That is when we can say you are financially literate. You understand money, you understand how to make it, you understand how to use it, you understand how to keep it. It is not how much you make that makes you rich, but how much you can keep and how much you can use to produce more money. If you know exactly how to do this, then we can say that you are financially literate. And so it is important for us to become financially literate. Invest in ourselves. Invest in order to acquire financial knowledge. When you are financially literate, you understand the clear distinction between assets and liabilities. An asset, as I have already said in the first lesson, is anything you own that generates a future economic benefit. Liabilities, on the other hand, are your future obligations. In other words, assets make money for you, liabilities take money away from you. The rich people are people who have more assets than liabilities. Poor people, on the other hand, have more liabilities than assets. So when income comes to the poor, sometimes it doesn't take too long and then the income gets finished. Why? Because he has a lot of liabilities, a lot of bills, a lot of fees to pay. And so his obligations are more than the income. So even sometimes before the income comes, it's already budgeted for and already finished. So if you are financially literate, you will know how you can increase your assets and reduce your liabilities. And you will also know that there are a lot of things we consider assets which in real terms are liabilities. You have a house, you stay in the house, you maintain the house, you repair the house, you pay bills on the house. Technically, it might be considered an asset, but in real terms, it's a liability. Why? Because it is taking money away from you. But if you have houses or a house and you have rented it or rented part of it to people and they are paying rent to you, then in that sense, that building now becomes an asset because it is earning you income. A lot of the people have cars that are not really assets. They are liabilities because all they do is to buy fuel, maintain the car, and that takes away money from them. But if you use your car or your vehicle to run a business, run a business, and it generates you income, then that same vehicle can now become or be considered an asset. So you must become financially literate so you understand clearly the difference between assets and liabilities, and you know how to turn your assets not into technically assets but in real terms liabilities. You use your assets and invest in assets that will generate income for you. And if you are financially literate, you will also understand the difference between big money and small money. I will use the example of joining Alliance in Motion Global. To join Alliance in Motion Global, you need sometimes less than $300. This, to many people, is big money. And they keep giving excuses and reasons why they cannot afford it. Why? Because to them, it's big money. Probably they are comparing it with other things they need to do. But if you are going to invest such an amount, and in a few weeks or months, it can be turned around to become thousands of dollars, and in a few years, it can grow to become millions of dollars, then it is small money. If you are not financially literate, you will not see it in this light, and you will keep complaining why it's too much, it's too big, it's too expensive. It is because you are really not financially literate and you don't understand big money and small money. And you don't understand that you don't just look at an amount to say it is big or small, but you look at what you are going to use it for and the benefits that you can get from it to determine whether it is big money or small money. So invest in becoming financially literate. The third thing that you must know is that you must know how to turn your earned income into passive income. Earned income is the income that you work for, and passive income is the income that you don't have to work for. For example, the classic example of a passive income is a building. You spend money, time, energy, resources to build the house. If you rent it out after that, then what will happen is that after that it will begin or continue to generate income for you. In that sense, you can clearly see that it now earning you income on a continuous basis. Every month, every quarter, you are assured that you are going to receive money from the building. It becomes passive income. You no longer have to work for it. You work once, then after that, it will continue to give you money for the rest of your life. That is passive income. That is also known in other circles as residual income. It is important to know that you need to turn your earned income into passive income, your earned income into residual income. In Alliance in Motion Global, we encourage people to invest in the business. So when you earn your salary, earn your income as an employee, we encourage you, join AIM Global, invest some of your income into the business. With time, you will turn it into a big business such that you can completely stop working, and yet you will continue to earn money for a long time from that little investment you have made. In this way, you turn your earned income by investing in AIM Global into passive income that will feed you for the rest of your life. So it is important for you to turn your earned income. Other ways you can turn your earned income into passive income is to invest in shares, stocks, where you will earn dividend. And as I said earlier on, you can go into real estate, where you build, sell, or build and rent, and you will earn rental income for a very long time. So the third lesson I learned is to turn my earned income into passive income. And a good way where you can turn very little money into big passive income is to invest in Alliance in Motion Global. The last lesson I want to share with you is that you becoming rich is a daily choice. That is one of the lessons I learned. Becoming rich, it is a daily choice. To become rich, you need to do some productive, consistent daily actions. It is recommended by some. Improve yourself by 1% each day. In other words, you must work every day at improving your prospects of becoming rich or financially free by 1% each day. So at the end of today, examine yourself to see if you have moved 1% closer to becoming rich. It is a daily choice. It comes from daily actions. It comes from productive, consistent daily actions. Every day you must decide to do something that will move you closer to becoming rich. It is not a one-off thing. It is something that becomes a lifestyle. And a lifestyle is something you do every day. So these are the lessons I have learned. There are more, but because of time, I will share these four with you. 1. Build your assets. 2. Invest in becoming financially free. 3. Turn your earned income into passive income. 4. Becoming rich is a daily choice and a result of consistent, productive daily actions. And as I have said throughout this presentation, one way you can achieve all these things is to join Alliance in Motion Global, the #1 network marketing company, one of the fastest growing in the world. We are the best choice for you. We've turned thousands of people into multi-millionaires, and we are ready, standing by to work with you and help you so you can also become one of the multi-millionaires. With an investment as little as $300, you can turn it into a big multi-million-dollar business. That will be your own business, and you will become your own boss. You will not work for the Alliance in Motion Global company. You will be a partner of the company. So thank you very much for your time. Thank you very much for watching. You are welcome to the wonderful world of Alliance in Motion Global, where we turn ordinary people into extraordinary multi-millionaires. Happy business day.